Kia ora. In the news today, slow but steady job growth has been forecast in the latest household labour force survey. The Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment's labour market report projects annual employment growth of 1.8% next year. It predicts a 0.6% drop in the unemployment rate. Economist Kurgan Lees from the New Zealand Institute of Economic Research acknowledged it's hard to imagine job growth following recent job cuts in several sectors.
You're seeing a very slow and protracted recovery domestically. While it's a tough time for hard commodities like coal, copper and gold, we're seeing New Zealand's commodity basket, things like dairy and wool and meat, actually start to increase a little bit, and that will help the New Zealand economy relative to our international peers.
And that's backed by a view that the recent slump in dairy prices has hit rock bottom, with nowhere to go but up. Fonterra's global dairy trade event rose 6% on Wednesday, its third consecutive jump. Local Government Minister David Carter and Environment Minister Amy Adams are to make an announcement on Environment Canterbury's future governance tomorrow. ECAN has been run by commissioners since the government dismissed elected councillors in 2010, and there are no guarantees that will change come next year's local body elections. It's been confirmed the vine-killing disease PSA-V has spread to the Coromandel. The positive test result is on gold kiwifruit vines in an orchard 25 kilometres south of Whitianga. A controlled area boundary is in place around the property. New Zealand First is condemning what it sees as a double standard in the government's anti-smoking agenda. Leader Winston Peters is criticising how proposed increases to tobacco taxes will affect many smokers.
They're not well-income, they're lowly paid, and it will start to give some credibility to the integrity of Parliament and those people who want to attack the people who do smoke, if there was some transparency between what they collect and anti-smoking education programs.
Qantas and Emirates have announced a code-sharing deal hoped to be a financial lifeline for the struggling Australian airline. There's no equity trade-off, and the 10-year partnership will see Qantas move its European hub from Singapore to Dubai, where the carrier's European flights will stop over. Kiwi kids appear to be some of the most active in the world. Despite recent concern about childhood obesity, a Sports New Zealand survey found 9 out of 10 children play sport regularly. Sport New Zealand CEO Peter Miskimmin says the results provide good insight.
Sport is one of those things that we value, and we've done it generation after generation. And what it says is that parents and caregivers and teachers and coaches, obviously create nice environments for kids to want to play and be involved.
A missing statue of Jesus has been warmly welcomed back to a Wellington church. The historic wooden icon was stolen from Futuna Chapel more than 12 years ago and was discovered by police at a rural Taranaki property last week. The statue will go to Te Papa for restoration work before it returns home for good early next year. Overseas, a solemn ceremony has been held at the site of the 1972 Munich Olympics massacre. Survivors, relatives and officials attended the ecumenical memorial service, which took place at Fürstenfeldbruck Air Base. It is the site where 40 years ago 11 Israeli athletes were murdered by a radical Palestinian group. To the US, former President Bill Clinton has formally nominated Barack Obama as the Democratic Party's candidate for the elections, saying the president is cool on the outside but burns for America on the inside. The Democrat convention in North Carolina follows last week's Republican events, which marked the beginning of the campaign trail. And finally, Peter Jackson's decision to split Tolkien's The Hobbit into 3 films has some critics suggesting he's out to make more money, while another accused the award-winning director of creative stagnation. Hobbit fan and local tour guide Jack Macchiella begged to differ.
Oh, 5 would have been great, He's forgotten completely about the Tintin movies, which he's also been doing in the meantime, which are critically acclaimed. I'm a big believer in Peter Jackson's storytelling abilities, and I think he's going to do a fantastic job on it.
Ka nui ngā karare matua mai te whare korero o rima, mauri ora.